If your baby is a girl, have her get a gender reassignment operation in your belly.
Pardon me?
You still don't know the gender of your child.
We couldn't find out today either.
I heard you can tell when you're 5 months pregnant. You're already 7 months pregnant, so how can you not find out yet?
There are differences according to each individual.
You're not lying because the baby's a girl, are you?
No, I'm not lying.
I don't know about that. Maybe next time I'll accompany you to the doctor's office.
About that, you don't have to drop me off every time I go to the hospital.
My son's away on a long business trip. You don't have a car now because my son took it with him. So how do you plan to get there?
If you lend me your car, I can go by myself.
No, that's not acceptable. I need to keep a close eye on you. I don't trust you.
I won't do anything out of the ordinary. Besides, why do you care so much about the baby's gender?
Women are all idiots.
Why do you hate women so much? You are a woman yourself, you know.
Raising a girl is a waste of time and money, since they just go off to get married eventually.
But you raised Marissa too, right?
That's why. Giving birth to that idiot is the biggest disgrace in my life.
I think Marissa is a kind and wonderful woman.
Stop it. I don't even want to hear that name.
Did something happen between you and her?
You know that girl got married last year, right?
Yes. She married a man who works at a major bank, I heard.
She married a rich guy even though she's just an idiot. And yet, she sends me only $1,000 a month. Can you believe that?
I think that's a pretty big amount.
How much do you think it cost me to raise her? I'll never be able to collect the money I used on her. I should never have given birth to a girl.
It's about money?
On the other hand, Brian has grown up to be a kind man who has decided to live with me now that my husband has passed away. A son is all I need.
Oh.
Even if your baby is a girl, I'll turn her into a boy.
Are you talking about your ideas of gender selection? As I said earlier, the baby is already of a certain gender, so it's impossible to change it now.
Don't talk back to your mother-in-law. Just do it.
Your rules have no effect on gender selection, even if it was in my earlier days of pregnancy. Allowing me to eat only meat, making me do all the housework, and not letting me sleep for more than 3 hours. This is just ridiculous.
In order to give birth to a strong boy, you need to live in an extremely tough environment.
This is not good for the baby.
That's why it'll work. Tomatoes become sweeter when they are given stress.
My baby is not a plant. My husband has warned you many times, hasn't he?
He's on a business trip and won't be back for a while, so it's okay for now. Besides, if you actually have a strong baby boy, I'm sure he'll thank me.
Then what happens if we have a girl?
If that happens, you shall divorce my son immediately. You're too old to have another baby, so make sure you give birth to a boy.
Even after that, my mother-in-law Jane kept forcing me to obey her rules in order to select the gender of my baby, which made absolutely no sense to me. I wanted to run away, but our house was in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cornfields and farms. My husband took the car with him to his business trip, so I had no means of transportation. I was afraid I might put my baby in danger, so I couldn't do anything extreme. Every day, I just hope to God that my baby will be born in good health. That's all I can do now. My name is Amelia. I am 38 years old. My husband and I got married 6 years ago. And 3 years ago, we started living with Jane, since she became alone after her husband passed away. To be honest, living together is tough. Until I became pregnant, Jane called me an infertile, useless daughter-in-law and treated me like a housekeeper. My husband Brian is very kind. He has told Jane many times to stop treating me like that. But each time he does, she threatens to kill herself, and Brian can't say any more to her. 7 months ago, I found out that I was pregnant. I was hoping that Jane would change her attitude, but then she started saying that she would not accept anything but a boy. Neither my husband nor I care about gender. All we care about is the baby's health. But if it's a girl, what on earth will she do to us? I don't even want to think about it. I was really hoping that the baby would be a boy for the baby's sake. 1 month later.
You don't need to give birth to a girl. You might as well have a miscarriage.
Please, let me in the house.
You lied to me. I'm glad I forced myself into the examining room. I knew there was something wrong. There's no way you couldn't figure out the gender by now.
I'm sorry for lying to you, but I was afraid you might do something to me or my baby if you found out she was a girl.
If I hadn't asked the doctor, you would have given birth to a girl ever so innocently.
I thought you could love her once she's born.
No way I could love a girl. That doctor annoys me too. I begged him to change the baby's gender to a boy, but he just said it's impossible. He's no doctor if he can't make the patient's wish come true.
Only God could do that. Doctors are human beings, you know.
With all the medical advances, why couldn't it be done? Maybe he was a first-year resident with no knowledge.
Whatever the reason, you can't just suddenly kick me out of the house. I know you're mad, but you're going too far.
Shut up. You're worthless if it's a girl in your belly.
Ow, my stomach hurts.
Oh, good.
Please help me. If I stay outside like this, the baby might...
I guess my kick worked. Good thing my legs are long.
I'll call an ambulance.
No. If you do that, I'm gonna dig that baby out of your belly before the ambulance arrives.
Don't.
Okay. All right then. I'll let you in.
Really?
But only if you harvest all the corn.
What? How am I supposed to do that under these circumstances?
Now, go work in the cornfields. A daughter-in-law is a mother-in-law's slave.
That's impossible. You heard what the doctor said. He told me to take it easy since my stomach often feels tight and it might lead to premature birth.
I don't care. I'm watching you from upstairs, but you're sweating like a pig.
It's so hot. I feel dizzy.
I think the weather forecast said it was an extremely hot day today. I'm eating ice cream in a room with an AC, so I'm super comfortable.
Please, let me in.
How many times do I have to tell you? I told you to go work in the cornfields. Does pregnancy make you stupid?
All right.
Hey, you're trying to contact my son, aren't you?
What other choice do I have?
He can't come anytime soon anyway. I'm keeping an eye on you. If I see any suspicious activity, I'll play drums with your belly.
Oh no.
I used to be a drummer and I still have my sticks. Once the kid's dead, I'm gonna play a requiem for her.
Please, let me give birth to this child safely.
Are you on your knees? It's rare to see a pregnant woman on her knees. I'll take a picture of you and hang it in my bedroom for a good laugh.
I beg you, please.
You should start working soon, or it'll become dark. I don't care how long it takes. I'm never letting you in the house until it's all done.
6 hours later.
You idiot daughter-in-law, where'd you go?
She fell asleep in the hospital bed.
What are you talking about?
It's me, your son, Brian.
Brian? Why are you texting me with Amelia's phone?
I told you. Amelia's in the hospital now and she actually...
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm serious.
But why are you at the hospital too? Didn't you go on a business trip?
I got a call from Marissa that Amelia had collapsed. I got permission to leave early and rushed over.
I didn't expect Marissa to come over at a time like this.
Marissa took Amelia to the hospital as soon as she could, but they couldn't make it in time.
I see. I can't believe this happened. I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
I saw the text between you and Amelia. It's all your fault, isn't it?
Brian?
Kicking out a pregnant woman in the heat and forcing her to work in the fields. What the hell were you thinking?
No. Calm down. Listen to me. Amelia's baby was actually a girl, so it had to be done. You would understand, wouldn't you? Girls should be disposed of before they're born.
You're out of your mind. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. The only thing that matters is the baby's health.
How can you say such a thing? You've seen the lack of filial piety of Marissa, haven't you? A girl is a family burden.
You can't just take lives because of your crazy personal opinion.
I never thought it would come to this. If only she had miscarried, I wouldn't have had to go this far.
When you put a pregnant woman to hard labor, you're putting the mother at risk too. How can you not see that? Besides, the lives I'm talking about aren't just Amelia's. It includes the child too.
Why are you so angry over an unborn child?
Why wouldn't I be? She's my daughter.
Forget about your useless wife who couldn't conceive a boy, and let's go get a new wife for you.
What?
She wasn't strong enough to get pregnant with a boy. Next time, let's find a girl with good strength.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Let's get a much younger girl this time. That way, even if she fails, she can retry.
I can't do this anymore.
What do you mean?
Gender is determined by the men's side. It's not the woman's responsibility.
But it's the woman who has to raise the child in her belly. If you're a strong woman, you should be able to control the baby's gender.
That's enough. I'm cutting ties with you, Mom.
You're kidding.
It's embarrassing to think of you as my mother.
Don't do this. I can't live without you.
Not that again.
I'm going to join your dad waiting for me in heaven right now. My life is nothing without you.
I won't stop you. Go ahead.
What?
That's how you've always stopped me from accusing you. But this time, I'm not falling for it. I'm sick of it. I can't be protective of someone who tried to take the lives of my beloved wife and daughter.
No. I'm really gonna die. I had a good sleep. Brian?
Oh, Brian left the room, so it's me again.
Who are you?
I'm Amelia, your daughter-in-law.
A ghost?
I'm alive. I remember that you hated ghosts so much that you even wet your pants once at a horror movie.
That's right. I just hate spooky things, so please don't haunt me.
I was just going through your texts, but you've got things wrong. Brian only said I fell asleep. He never said I was dead. We just couldn't make it in time to avoid additional procedures.
Oh, you're right. But the way he said it would have had anyone think you're dead.
Well, it actually could have happened. It was that close.
Really?
When you kicked me out, my strength and mentality were at their limits because of the pain and heat. However, when I thought about the possibility of you killing my baby, I just had to do as told whatever my condition was. After 2 hours, I came back again to beg you to open the door, but you disappeared from the window, so I assumed you fell asleep. With my last ounce of strength, I called for help.
Damn, I shouldn't have stayed up late watching a movie last night.
I wanted to call an ambulance, but I was afraid the noise would wake you up. So instead, I asked Brian to come in secret.
I guess Brian called Marissa and she came to you before him.
Yes, that's right. Brian couldn't come right away, but while I was waiting for him, I felt a severe pain in my stomach. By the time Marissa came, I could barely move. She drove me to the hospital in a panic.
So I guess the baby is a goner.
How can you say such a thing?
I'm glad. Let's get you guys retry ASAP.
Huh?
I guess you failed because you weren't wild enough. Next time, be naked all the time like the Amazon tribe.
That won't be necessary. The baby is well.
You mean the baby is well in heaven, right?
No. She was born alive and is still alive.
Oh no.
She was in critical condition, so the doctors had to take her out immediately by C-section. She was underweight, weighing only under 4 pounds, so she's in the NICU now.
Damn, I was so close to sending her to heaven. I can't believe she's alive.
You're a demon.
But if she's that small and weak, she'll probably pass away soon. Have them discharge you immediately, and we must get ready for the next baby.
Stop it. I wanted to give birth to her in a better condition. This is all your fault. I'll never forgive you.
You've always had a weak willpower, but today you talk so saucy.
I don't have to be afraid of you anymore, since she's hospitalized and you can't lay a finger on her. Also, my husband is finally free from your spell.
You talk like I'm an evil witch.
You're an evil monster. It's not human to try to kill my baby in my womb.
Who do you think you are to talk to me like that?
I don't care what you say. By the way, it looks like Marissa is cutting ties with you.
Why? She has nothing to do with this.
You've always treated Marissa badly.
That's because of her cockiness.
Ever since they were little, you always favored Brian over Marissa.
Girls eventually leave for marriage, so why bother?
You're so cruel. Marissa was always hurt by you.
I don't care.
She has been sending money to you because you're her parent, but your requests for money continue to escalate. You even broke into Marissa's house and stole her high-brand items.
That's nothing compared to the money I paid to raise her. $1,000 per month isn't enough to thank me.
Until now, she tried to let it go because you're her family, but this incident made her despise you completely. Now, she's made up her mind to sue you for the damages.
What? Why would she do that?
What you did is stealing. She's also gonna quit sending you any money.
Fine. I have Brian to support me.
As for Brian, didn't he just cut ties with you?
He was just kidding.
He's serious. He's looking for a new place for us to live.
Then what's going to happen to me? I've used up my husband's inheritance, and I won't get my pension for a few years.
You can receive your pension early, although the amount will be much less.
I don't want that. I won't be able to live, let alone pay for the damages.
Oh, don't worry. You'll be in jail for a while.
What are you talking about?
I still have that bruise on my stomach from when you kicked me. And the fact that you forcibly kicked me out while I was pregnant. That's considered assault.
You're overreacting.
My baby almost died because of that. What part am I overreacting?
The baby was born alive.
Assaulting a woman's abdomen in an attempt to cause a miscarriage is a crime of non-consensual abortion. Even if it didn't cause death, it's still punishable by disciplinary action.
No way! I thought it'd be okay as long as they weren't born.
Even if they're not born, they're still human beings. They're alive.
I'm sorry, Amelia. I won't do this ever again. Please forgive me.
No.
Why? I'm begging you.
I begged you so many times to let me in. I even got down on my knees. But you just laughed and ignored me. How could you think you'd be forgiven after doing such cruel things to me?
I am 62 years old. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison.
You tried to ruin my child's bright future. Compared to that, it's nothing.
Shut up. It was better for all of us if she passed away.
If anything happens to her, I swear I'll haunt you. Every night, you will see me cursing at your bedside. Be prepared.
Stop that. You know I'm not good with that kind of thing.
Only an evil spirit can defeat an evil spirit. I've reported your bad deeds to your husband in heaven. Maybe he'll come to scold you tonight in your dreams.
I'm sorry.
Later on, with the medical certificate and text message history as evidence, my mother-in-law was arrested for assault and non-consensual abortion. She was sentenced to 5 years in prison. The word curse seems to have worked. Even after she was arrested, she was frightened at night, screaming, "Don't curse me," in her dreams. Marissa is demanding $15,000 for damages. She will do whatever it takes to get Jane to pay it once she gets out of prison. From now on, Jane will have to work hard to pay for what she did, without any support from her family. I'm sure she'll have a lonely, poor old life. My daughter is doing her best in her little body to grow big enough to get out of the NICU. She's growing up fast. I don't think I need to curse Jane at this point. My husband has apologized to me many times for not being able to protect us. My husband and I thank our daughter every day for coming out to this world, never giving up even at tough times. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, please let us know what you think in the comment section below. Please subscribe to our channel. Your ratings and comments will help us in the future. We also have many other inspirational videos. Please take a look at the videos on our channel. See you in the next video.